because you're on this show. What's up, everybody? Special Thursday edition. Mark Tanner's a fucking cunt, or we would have been here yesterday. So there's that. You fucking cunt. I'm not allowed to come on tonight, guys. My wife said no.
Say it too loud, he might be listening.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck Ron Bill. Hey, Ron Bill, I know you're watching, you fucking creep. Go fuck yourself, guy. Fucking what a twat that dude is. Jesus.
So what's up, gentlemen?
Not shit, man. Fucking.
What was that?
Summer beating the hell out of everybody?
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, if you guys could see fucking my chest right now. Oof. My chest and back, dude, I'm fucking burnt to a crisp. Like, I'm fucking TJ the Tomato right now, bro.
That's when you go to sleep with, like, just aloe everywhere. You're like, God damn, can't move.
I would, but Jennifer keeps fucking, like, Jennifer, like, if I put aloe on me, she just gets on top of me and rubs it all off. You know what I mean? She's a freak.
You gotta do that an hour before you go to bed.
Yeah.
It's a TJ slip and slide, huh?
Yeah. Yes. What's up, everybody?
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
We're trying. We didn't want to. I mean, we didn't want to miss this week because next week will be the last show for a couple weeks because we're gonna. My dad's getting married, and I mean,
congrats on that.
Thank you. And I'm the best man, so I got a lot of shit going on in July. And it's super hard to get Mark to be on the podcast now, so we're just going to take some time off and let Mark get his shit together. Mark's got a lot of stuff going on. Like, on a serious note, Mark's got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, man. He's
busy.
He's a busy
season's
guy.
over down here. Going to enjoy the break. October, November. Season starts to get rock and roll. What? I don't know, where
you must live somewhere fond or some shit.
Yeah, where the fuck do you live?
he lives right by Mark.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess if you do residential, it's probably their slow time of year, to be honest with you, is the summer. Everyone's gone.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
They have like the inverse season we got. And I wouldn't mind cleaning windows in 80 degrees in October, though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm tired, man. I just, like, I'm whooped. You know what I mean? That's another thing. I know Seth is, you know what I mean? We just burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of guys are feeling that right now too. It's just the only difference is we do a show for 2 hours, so it's an extra thing to do when you're already fucking cranky and tired. But,
yeah, it's another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like we were talking before we went live, and I have an article that I'm supposed to be putting in next month's fucking American Window Cleaner magazine, one of our sponsors. If you're not subscribed to American Window Cleaner magazine, go subscribe to that, man. You'll be supporting. You'll be supporting not only Jersey and
that fucking
the rest of that fucking goofball, but you also be supporting me and my writing skills, my writing habit. So I was supposed to turn it in. I just now thinking about it. I was supposed to turn that in Monday, but I didn't. I didn't. So it probably won't be an August issue, but we were talking about, and my article's kind of about that, is knowing when to say no. When's, you know what I mean? It's different for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's different. Like, everyone's got a different, business setup and strategy, and some people have employees, and it's easy for them not to have to say no. You know what I mean? They don't have to say no. But especially from an owner-operator's point of view, you got to learn to know when to say no. You know what I mean? There's a what do you want to call it? Law, like the diminishing returns. You know what I mean? Like Seth was saying, when you, I don't think he's subscribing to Does any short proof? I don't think he's saying he's subscribing to us. I think he meant maybe AWCL.
Oh.
He probably won't subscribe to us. He probably thinks we're assholes. But
well, at least you anyway.
yeah, for sure. But like Seth was saying, like, you know, when you're taking on too much, and you know, because it's really tough. It's really tough to, like, when the money's like laying there, like, for you to take. It's super tough to be like, nah, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it. But when you take on too much work and you're trying to get trying to get it all done, you tend to start making little mistakes, not huge mistakes, but little mistakes that you normally not, things like you wouldn't allow. Like, normally I have a bar on my work quality. You know what I mean? Like, this is, you know, I like to do things and I want them to look this way, and that's it and that's all. You know what I mean? This is how I do it, whatever. You know what I mean? And I've noticed, like Seth said, I've noticed that I, like, when I'm busy like this, I tend to let things slide that I normally wouldn't let slide. It ends up biting me in my ass because I get a call back, or I gotta go back and finish, you know, fix something. You know what I mean? It tends to get out of hand at times. You know, not everybody can, you know, start a window cleaning company and, you know, get by with doing just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know what I mean? You know, or any kind of company, period. You know, it's you gotta really learn how to pace yourself and know when to say no. You know what I mean?
Pace yourself.
Yeah, because
Even
some people, like, you know, go ahead, Seth.
Oh, even if you have guys, though, knowing the limitations of your staff, putting people in the correct position, and realizing, like you said, diminishing returns. Your reputation, especially in, like, service industry, is pretty much what you got.
Right.
And if you're compromising that too often, really taking that extra work is going to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, because next year it's not going to be repeat business. It's going to be a one-time paycheck. You know. Yeah. So question: what do you guys do with all that testing equipment companies give you to try out? You give it back or sell wholesale? All the stuff that I'm, like, YouTube channel stuff, like when I get shit from WCR and all that stuff, I don't, like, if I don't use it, I just throw it in the shop, and when somebody needs something, you know, I just give it away. You know what I mean? I'll be dead honest with you. If I get a tool that I'm like, I try it out, and it's just like not something, you know, I'm of course going to give my opinion on it because that's what I'm being asked to do. But if it doesn't work for me, or it's not something that I'll use, I'll just put it up. And then if some guy's like, hey man, I could really, you know, hey man, I need some help, or, you know, I try to help people out with stuff like that. I don't sell things, you know what I mean? I probably could make a pretty penny off some of the stuff that I've gotten over the years, you know what I mean? But, you know, for the most part,
kind of
I'll be honest, I've sold a pole or two, you know what I mean? I've sold a pole or two at like half or sometimes a third of what it's fucking worth, you know, just to help a friend out, or, you know, something like that. If somebody needs some help, I'll do that. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I usually just keep the stuff and end up giving it away to people. You know what I mean? That's normally what I do. I've sent boxes of shit to people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Full of shit, you know what I mean? Some people are probably not even in the industry anymore. I've given stuff away to, you know what I mean? And you know, that's just me though. I know I have a I hate to give the get something and then give it, like, you know, do a giveaway. Hey, here's this thing I got. Here's this thing I got here. Let me give it to you. You know what I mean? Do a little sweepstakes giveaway deal. You know what I mean? I just give the stuff away.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy. Yeah,
yeah, especially after I've used it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know. That's a pretty good question, though.
keep the stuff that I like, and then like when they gave us that additive, the super slide stuff that they had, I loved that. It wasn't something I'd normally buy.
High slide.
Yeah, the high slide.
It was really nice. I liked it. I used it. The guys like. But like, if it's something extra and none of my guys want it, I just give it to somebody.
Well, how about like the Pulex flickety doodah thing? What is that thing called?
The unihandle.
The unihandle, like.
So, one of my guys
I tried that piece of shit.
I can't get that thing to do what I want it to do at all. He can. Like, you can have it.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
I will say this. I like the texture of the pad on that more than I do the accelerator. The accelerator with the flick. I feel like that flick pad's just not aggressive enough. You know what I mean? Like, I find myself. I mean, I liked using that for a while, and then I just got away from using it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I regress to what I'm comfortable with almost all the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, I try this, and then I just go right back to what I was doing. But it's yeah, wow. But yeah, what about you, Jacob? What do you do?
What do I do? What?
With your stuff that you got.
I normally freaking like y'all know I'm a tool whore. I like to try a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Well,
if it's something I don't like, I normally like as TJ. It sits there until someone says, "Oh man, I need some help." Blah blah blah. I'll hit them up, send them out a box. I've done that a few times already with all the bunch of shit that I've bought.
You never know
what the fuck.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a ban. Lady,
yeah, that's a little much.
Weird, dude.
Yeah, that was a strange one, but wow, this is like the most people we've ever had watch.
I think there's something. I think there's some tomfoolery going on. I rattled the Perry Tate's cage today, and it's just odd to me that we have this many people watching after that. And then that dude said that really weird comment there, like ultra weird. Like that's a super weird comment.
With the Perry Tate thing, since I don't have social media, I'm not sure what happened.
I'm just listen. He got on Instagram and he was like, everyone he's talking about Steve-O, Steve-O's not telling the truth about walnut pads, and he got out his microscope and all this stuff trying to show people how.
He's trying to show people how big his dick is?
No, that didn't work. He got on there and he was like, walnut pads aren't as abrasive as everyone says they are, and they're not this and they're not that, and yada yada yada, and essentially just saying that everybody needs to go buy his brush that's like $700. You know what I mean? So
he needs to stick to freaking making flashlights.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I was like, you need to stick to stowing flashlights to safety vests, guys. That's just like, the guy's a goofball. He just not a. I have to agree with you guys on the whole on the walnut pad thing. I feel like, if walnut pads weren't any good, and I know there is a shortage of quality bronze wool right now, but if walnut pads weren't good, window cleaners wouldn't be using them the way that they're using them. Everyone is using walnut pads. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone is using them.
Well, yeah, it's like white pad, walnut pad, bronze wool, steel wool. You know what I mean? Like, the walnut pad is definitely not as abrasive as bronze wool, but it gets. Honestly, if it's not taking it off, I just use the scraper anyways. But for 90% of the stuff, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, the only time I use a walnut pad is when there's a window is heavily soiled, and it's not like it's got a lot of wash on it from the house siding or the screen, or it's got a lot of bug spray stuck to it. You know what I mean? If the spider's been sprayed, I like to rough it up with that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm using a razor blade. If there's something stuck to the glass, like when I run my washer over the windows, and
I have boogers. I call them boogers stuck to the glass everywhere. I'm just blading it. I'm not, like not everything. I said in my last, which I gotta edit that too. I'm gonna have to sit down tonight and get some stuff done. I got it. My vlog is not done and edited. I need to post. That should be out today, and it's not. But my last vlog, like, not everything is a TikTok video. I see a lot of dudes, like, they get the window wet and then they'll scrape it and then they'll get it wet again and then they'll bronze wool or walnut pad the window, and it just like seems like an awful lot to me. Like, if you're running a razor blade over the glass,
then why do the other step?
You don't need the other step. It's just for TikTok. It's just for YouTube, just so it looks cool in your video.
Yeah.
My 5-step process to clean a window.
Yeah.
I get that for social media aspects, or if you're trying to sell clients on stuff and you're showing like your process. I think most of those people have to be, if they're honest with themselves, know they could just wet the window, blade it, and be done with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of newer window cleaners that are afraid of razor blades, and I guess.
I mean, well, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
You should be.
You should be.
You should be.
You should have a healthy respect for a razor blade. Not only can it, I mean, especially if you see the one that I'm using, it'll be in this vlog. That Sorbo scraper is. That's like.
Speaking of razor blades,
yeah.
Do you hear what that Austin Grubbs did?
No. What happened?
He's a dipshit. He freaking stuck his hand under a seat and he had a fucking razor blade under there, and he fucking
gouged himself.
Yeah, he's a fucking one-hand man.
Damn, dude, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Austin. I hope you get well soon, dude. Yeah, you gotta be super careful.
Love you,
not
buddy.
not only with yourself. You don't want to whack your fingers off. I had a dude that I was working, that one of my buddies, before I owned the company, was helping us work on this job. It was a construction cleanup, and we were like, the windows are good to be bladed. So we started blading the windows. This dude had his hand in the middle of the glass, scraping, and ran the razor right into he had his hand on the glass. You know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, I was like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just me. But on top of the safety issues, like not cutting yourself with the razor blade, it's also quite. You could get yourself into some trouble by scratching the glass as well. I am not by any means saying that like razor blades don't scratch glass. I think window cleaners scratch glass. That's what happens. Mark has said on here too many times to, hey man, don't, how do you go from scraping one window and scratching it to 100 windows later, you're still scratching windows? That's just neglect. You know what I mean? Like, you're not paying attention to what's going on.
It's also not, it's training too. Mm-hmm. And because I was under the same opinion, but like, we have a new guy working for us, and I didn't give him a razor blade. Because you almost forget, like, when you hire a guy who has no background in this,
yes,
what they don't know, and you're like, oh, I'm really glad I didn't give this guy a razor yet, because, like,
right,
he's just not ready.
Right.
He's just not ready.
Right. I feel like that's when I started cleaning windows. I was given the whole gambit of tools. You know what I mean? I was given a razor blade. I was given everything, and I'll be honest with you, I cut myself several times. I got myself several times with the blade, and I felt like now that, like when I have people, like a couple years ago, I hired somebody, and I did not give him a razor blade. He's like, man, I can't get the stuff off the glass. And I'm like, well, if you can't get it off the glass with, with a bronze pad, then just let me know and I'll come get it off. He's like, let me use your razor. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not new. I'm not paying for you to go get stitches. There's levels to it. Like, same way with Elena. Like, I won't let Elena use a razor blade. I feel like you gotta work your way up to that level. You gotta get comfortable in that arena, in that space. You know what I mean? Like, using a razor blade. You gotta get used to
learning when to use it and when not to use it definitely helps. If I have to come by and help somebody and scrape a few windows, they're going to learn, like, oh, in this situation, this is like when you need a blade. You know what I mean? And it's hard enough getting comfortable on ladders, moving around with all your stuff. Cleaning a window properly takes time.
Right.
And then why add another element in to just worry about them?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, get good at cleaning glass, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that, dude. Earn the blade, man. You got to earn the right to blade glass. You just have to. In my world, you just got to earn.
If I'm watching a window like shit, I'm not giving you a razor blade. You know what I mean? Like, get that down, and then we'll go from there.
How about we get the just the basics of window cleaning down, and then I'll give you a razor. You know what I mean? How about that? Let's do that.
You
welding
can't even
spark.
wipe the soles right yet, and you want a fucking blade? Get the hell out of here.
Yes, like welding spark and stuff like that. I run into that quite often on new. Like, I've been running into that quite a bit lately. Because construction has changed so much, exteriors and stuff like that. There's a lot of metal and stuff, like metal facades and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff being cut, and that hot spark hits that glass. The best thing I can tell you to do, especially in most instances when you see something like that, it's because it's new. I tend to, if I get a job and it's a newer location or a new house or something like that, and I'm going there with the express knowledge that, hey man, I'm doing this is gonna be a first time cleaning, I make sure that I am walking that piece of property and looking at that glass. And I'll be quite honest with you, I'm kind of a dick when it comes to new construction. I don't do it.
I don't do that shit either.
I'm not saying I don't do any, because I've done 2 this year already. And I'm always like, I'm never doing this again, and then I'm out there doing the shit again, you know what I mean? But if the money's right, I'll do it. But I really tend to, there's a Chick-fil-A that I do that's here in town, and I've mentioned it on here on the podcast several times. The company they had come in and do the construction cleanup on the glass, because my price was too high, scratched every piece of glass. And when I say every piece, I'm saying every single piece of glass in the restaurant was scratched inside and out. There's scratches on both sides. They destroyed these windows. You gotta ask yourself, man, you know what I mean? You gotta ask yourself, like, how long are you gonna keep you're like, how can you do that both sides? You know what I mean? I can see maybe like, oops, I messed up a window. You know what I mean?
And not realize that you're doing it.
Yeah, man. How do you not? I mean, because you're scraping the window, you're washing it clean right afterwards, correct? I mean, you're getting that stuff off the glass, and how do you not see those scratches? I mean,
it's not feel. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Saw it and just didn't fucking care.
Right. How do you not see that deal? So, I told the dude at this deal, I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna, before I even get going here, I want you to see what's wrong with the glass. Before as soon as I got out of the truck, I saw it. I was like, man, those windows look super streaky. And I walked up, I'm like, shit, they're scratched. I didn't even put my tool belt on. I didn't even put my tools on. I was like, if I'm showing this guy, he gives me any kind of gruff, I'm just walking away from this one, because I'm not getting stuck on this. You're not sticking me with this. And I showed the dude, and he's like, are you sure those are scratches? And I'm like, I'm absolutely positive. I said, if you want, I'll do these windows right here while you're watching, inside and out. And he's like, man, he goes, all my glass is ruined. I was like, every bit of it is ruined. You know what I mean? And he's like, how do I prove that they did this? I was like, I don't know. I was like, you can't really. I was like, you really can't. You really can't prove it. But there's nothing I can get. There's nothing that I can do, like a magic key card to say, hey man, this guy messed up your windows, but clearly this guy fucked up your windows. Yeah, you're like Damien said, you definitely know when you're scratching glass. There's scraping glass, and then there's scratching glass. There's no question that you're scraping. You know it's scratched. I
scratched a piece of glass, and I knew on the first swipe up, I'm like, I scratched that. Like, that's I got to put the blade away. Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't a bad scratch, but you should be able to feel on the first push if you can scrape it. You know what I mean? It's just like you can tell. And maybe that's experience, and maybe some guys don't have that.
It is. That's exactly what it is. There's no key card or no crack the code instance. That is experience. That is without question, no doubt about it. That is experience.
Yeah, but it's in every field, right? Electricians shock themselves, blow plugs out. Plumbers, break water lines. Like it just any trade, you're gonna do something wrong a few times before you figure it out. It's just kind of part of the deal.
There is a tone. That a scratching glass with a razor blade gives off. It is a distinct sound and feel. You cannot mistake it.
Like
once you've done it one time, you'll never forget it. You know what I mean?
It sounds awful, and you feel this like vibration in your wrist.
Yeah. It's like
it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I dick that up.
Oh, fuck.
I had to eat it on the window. I got the lady immediately, and I was like, listen, I 100% just scratched this window, and I can't
100%
keep breaking the paint. And I was like,
100%, I just dicked your windows up.
Yeah. I did like
Damien, nice. Damien, that is really, really good. It's like sandpaper. It's like sandpaper on the glass. That's the feel. If you ever use sandpaper, that's the feel.
100% right.
100%.
It's not a great feeling, but if you haven't done it, you're either extremely lucky or what I think you are is a liar, because everyone has.
Yeah.
If you run a blade, you've scratched glass.
I have a few times.
It's a crappy feeling, man. It's the worst. You just feel like, you hang your head and go tell the customer, and it's just the worst.
I mean, I'd be a liar if I said I don't feel bad about it every time I do it. You know what I mean? I'd be lying.
Yeah.
I'd be lying.
You start trying to justify it, like, oh, it's not that bad. They're not going to see it.
They're not even going to know. They're not even.
A quick 30 seconds, and you're like, you're a bitch.
They're not even going to know. I scratched their window.
The installer scratched.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to say nothing because they're never going to know.
Yeah.
They tried to clean the silicone off the glass with a sandy rag with freaking denatured alcohol. It was their
I'm going to
fault.
tell you this right now. If I go to a bid for a construction cleanup and there's silicone on the windows, it's a lot of money you're about to pay me.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of money you're about to pay me. You have no idea the amount of money you're about to pay me.
Too much money.
It's a lot of money you're going to pay me.
Yeah, I just don't do construction cleans, period.
Oh, that's a little big, but this is the
Tried
next
it
Squeegee
twice.
Life shirt that should be available soon. The old Santa Cruz right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man, I'm
gonna
gonna have
be
to pick that one
available
up. It's dope.
Yep, that one will be available soon. I'm gonna get that uploaded. I think sometime this weekend. That'll be live on the store. But that's the new Squeegee Life shirt. I'll be coming out with. I'm gonna try to get a new shirt out every month. All the way through the fall. Go to www.squeegeelife.com. Buy some t-shirts, man.
There you go. Just put it over my face.
Well, that's why I put it there, is to cover your face.
Good. Thank you.
Yep, I was just going to say that. Hush! Hush!
They're doing their job, man.
I don't care. Poor girl's out there walking and my goofy dogs are barking at her. Come on, man. Leave her alone. You can tell just by the look on her face when they start barking. She's petrified. Let us know on Discord when I'm able to order. Yeah. I will let you know on the Squeegee Life Discord server what is up on that, Damien.
The show.
Tank tops. Yes, I will do some. I will do some tank tops. I will get that. I want to get. There's a couple of new designs. I will get. I will get tank tops done as well. I just got to do a little. There's some stuff going on. I'm going to buy. Love the Arm & Hammer one. Yeah, the Arm & Hammer one's one of my favorites. Ideas on solutions to remove plastic cover glue residue off a new sliding glass door. Razor blade. Razor blade.
A little ammonia in the water definitely helps.
Yes.
Like if you let it sit for a while, even a spray bottle, just spray it and leave it for a minute.
I
if you're
would
really just use the blade.
I would recommend. I would recommend if you have a plastic, like a glue residue on there, like a lot of guys, like people use denatured alcohol. I am more the like, let's get it done. Why fuck around? If you're gonna walk on ice, you might as well dance. And just bust out the razor blade, you know what I mean? But I normally 100%.
That's my generic answer.
Yeah, 100%. I always make sure that the window is super wet, and I get as much debris off the glass as possible.
Get it super wet.
Get it super wet.
I might even just like wash first just to get the majority off, and then come back, wet it, and blade it sometimes.
Yes.
If you're worried.
Yeah, try to get as much of it off as you can without having to use a razor blade. But I mean, razor blade one direction. Don't drag the scraper back and forth on the glass like a goof. Just one direction, very lightly.
It's not like you're using a handsaw, folks.
Some magic erasers. There's. Listen, man. Whatever works for you guys. Whatever you guys.
I mean,
that's what I would do. I would just do that. But I mean, what's up with the new Grackle? The Grackle, I mean, I don't know. I was told about the Grackle when Richie was here. I was supposed to get one to try out. It didn't happen. They just went straight to WCR and started selling. A lot of people don't know how to not put a lot of water in their silencer. That's just all there is to it,
You don't put water in it. That's what you do.
So dudes well, even if you get your mop super wet, you don't really, if you don't wring it out, it's going to fill that bucket up and it's going to come through. I've been using.
I've done it a few times.
I've been using Richie's Boab since before it was a silencer. So the whole tip jar thing, I've got a grasp on what it's capable of and what it isn't. And some people are new to that and they don't realize it. So to avoid any more weird discussions about it, Richie's like, I'm just going to make one that doesn't tip. And there you go. That's the Grackle. It just doesn't have the tip feature in it. It's a silencer without the tip feature. So there you go. I know there's one guy was saying on here last week something about. So there's somebody on here last week talking about they ripped it. Yeah, Oil Flow works really well. That's a really good product. And it does a really good job. But I'm the only one who doesn't have a silencer small violin. They're nice, man. They're nice. They're nice. I know a lot of people see that price tag and they're like, oh my God. But after you get one, after you get one and you use it, man, you get it. You'll get it right away. Once you get it in your hands, you're like, oh man, this thing, they're built to last. I have a gunslinger, whatever you want to call it, the Batman face. I have the original one. The original, very first ever, prototype. I have one. And I could still use it to this day. Still. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't leak. It's not torn. There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing that was wrong with it is I sent it to Richie, and Richie did the over the belt detachable over the belt thing, and there wasn't enough material, so it's a little wonky, you know what I mean? So I switched to the silencer, but I mean they're awesome, man. They're super awesome. That was on Steve from Jersey show that he ripped it. Something like that. Yeah, somebody said something about ripping how do you tear that? It's made out of the most expensive fucking fabric in the world.
Nylon or some shit.
It's
maybe if you got hung on a branch or something going up a ladder, maybe you could. But I mean, I've had mine for 2 years. I have zero issues other than it just being kind of dirty. I need to clean it. But
I mean, Jason, you must. I don't know. You're new to my channel, but all I use is S Plus channels. That's all I use. Anybody that watches my YouTube channel, I've never had any problems with my shit falling out of my silencer. I don't. Everybody's different. You know what I mean?
I keep my wide body on my on the first row, and then my mop, and then like my 14 on the front edge. Because if you stick it out on the front edge, if you like to grab from there, it could. But if you ride it tight, you're fine. You know.
My zero under 0 degree with my S Plus channel is always the closest on my hip. You know, the closest to my side. That's the first thing. Then my washer, of course, and then on the outer is my main. You know, my I'm using it on my hand. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hello, Mom.
Your hand. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Jason, have you ever tried adjusting the, there is a strap on the silencer, you can adjust that clip.
For the tip.
That clip right there, there's that gives it the old tip motion. There is material there where you can actually tighten that up, cinch that up a little bit. That might solve your problem. And
hey, some people just are not.
And some people are just not cool with it, and I'm fine with that. The only this is my thing is like, guys, like, this thing's a piece of shit. It's not a piece of shit. Just say it's not for you. You know what I mean? Just say that it's not for you, and then we can move on. Because the last thing it is a piece of shit. Some guys are just like, hey man, I prefer this, and that's cool. I'm cool with you liking that more than that. If I were you, if you don't like it, I would sell it because you're going to get money for it. Somebody will buy that motherfucker from you.
Immediately.
Somebody will. Yeah, we might have to switch the podcast to Thursday nights.
Yeah, I think so. Either that or Jacob is the share master of all share masters, so.
I have, but if I get it too tight, okay. You know, again, like I said, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Which is not for me. And I personally love the shit out of mine. I will never go back to. I'm definitely done with. Plastic Boabs. I'll never use them.
I like to switch it up every now and then. I'll still use my Samurai.
I know, Jason. I'm not saying that you said that. I'm just saying some people. I appreciate what I was getting at is I appreciated the way you came about that. I'm going to tell you this right now, Jason. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Drywalker is the biggest piece of shit in the world, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Like, I could not, for the life of me, it was like, I just couldn't. It's just like, everything
was this fucking big around.
It's super small, super difficult to get the tools in and out. I was really fighting, I just fought it the whole time.
I feel like so many guys have such different styles of how they work too, that some things are just feel more natural. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I still have a guy, I bought him a silencer, he still uses his like Unger Ninja bucket. That's like what he wants to use. And I'm like, all right, cool, I have a backup silencer now.
Right.
So like whatever, Yeah. But I mean, if you like it, use it.
Jersey, I was on here talking about my article that I did for August issue of the American Window Cleaner magazine, and I was trying to get people subscribed. I think I got you a couple dudes to subscribe to the magazine. But
yeah,
I just realized,
cut, Jerry.
Yeah, I just realized that I did not send you my articles, bro. My bad. If you still want them, I'll send them tonight. If not, I'll save them and you can put them in September's issue.
Hey,
my bad, dude. I have been. If anyone is a part of the Patreon only page on Facebook, I did a live video. I don't know how I got all that done. I honestly don't. After I got done, like yesterday, and I'm sitting, I'm in the backyard with Jennifer, and we're, in the pool, we're having, enjoying the weather and shit, and I'm just like, man, I have no idea how I got all that done. I still don't know. I don't know how I got it all done. Like, I've gotten more done this year on that property than I ever have before. Like, in all the years I've been doing this. Maybe I'm getting better as I get older, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt that I'm not getting better, dude. I'm, like, my for whatever reason, my middle finger, I can't feel my middle finger.
Ooh, yeah, that's not carpal tunnel. What's the other one? It's something. it's usually like a nerve in between your thumb and your pointer finger can go numb, and I get the middle finger sometimes.
I can't feel the tip. It's like there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's like I don't have a finger right now. Yeah. I'm gonna bury that in my nose later so I can get all the boogers out of there.
Yeah. Warm it up in the nose.
Yeah. Jersey, do you want me to give it to you? You want me to just hold on to him and send him in for September, my guy? Because I'll do that for you, my dude. I got you, player.
Yeah, I forgot to send in my article too.
Arthritis. Come on, dude. Don't say stupid stuff like that.
Who? You talking to me?
Oh, that's what it is.
KD said it's rheumatoid arthritis. Is that what that is?
Could be. Yeah.
What? My middle finger locks up. It's called trigger finger. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I got rheumatoid arthritis. Maybe I got fucking brain cancer or something. Okay, dude, I'll send it over, dude. Jersey's like, no, dude, I need content for my magazine. Send that shit, dude. Yeah, send it over, bro. Yeah, but I need to get...
The one-hand man's not going to be able to send him anything since he stabbed himself with a fucking scraper.
No, don't say that. Don't say that, KD. Don't say stupid shit like that, man. Come on, bro. No, don't say that, dude. Come on, KD. We're supposed to be friends. You're setting me up for the long hurt there. Don't do that to me, man.
You're gonna be laying in bed thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm already a hypochondriac. Every time I get an acre of pain, Jennifer's like Jennifer's got one of those massage guns now. You know the things. Yes, because she's not strong enough to get a good rub in.
Yeah.
So she's using this. I'll tell you guys this. I'll be honest with you. She's using it on me, and you know that TikTok video where dude's like, LSU fans think it's fine get my booty. You know do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Well, I was like, whatever you do, you keep that thing away from my ass. You know what I mean? She's sitting there going to town, and it works really good. And then she actually stuck it in, fucking put it on my butthole. I was so mad. I was like, no, you better get the fuck out of there, bro.
Get out of there.
Get out of there.
I always think it's hilarious.
But I'm like straight up no. I'm like a hypochondriac. Like every time I'm like I get an acre of pain, I'm like I'll probably fucking got cancer or some shit. I'm fucking dying. You know what I mean?
Start WebMDing all your symptoms. That's
Later, Damien.
Later, Damien.
Yeah, later, Damien. Enjoy dinner, buddy. Yeah, man. I dude. Thumbs up your butt. Nah, I'm not a fan of thumbs up the butt. Nah, it's not good. Exit only, dude. I try to keep it exit only. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things, like physicals and stuff like that. You got to have a finger in your booty. You know what I mean? But outside of that, outside of the doctor's office, it's a no bueno. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, whatever floats your boat sinks my battleship. So,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not hating on nobody that likes that. I mean, if that's your thing, by all means, do your thing. You know what I mean? See, Jacob likes it.
No.
You lie, you just said.
Look at that smirk.
The old brown thumb.
Jason, you are right. Jason said everything on WebMD is cancer. Yes. You're right.
It is.
Yeah, don't ever go to... Hey, the worst thing you could do is type your symptoms into Google because you've got cancer. Yeah. Well, you could have just stubbed your toe, or it could be cancer. It's one of the two. This is one inclusive podcast. I mean,
Happy Pride Month to you.
Hey, listen.
Still pissed.
Still pissed. You can't say that because you and Seth just sat here for 5 minutes talking about how you're all jacked and he's all agreeing and shit. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, you are really muscular. He's like, do you do tank tops? Because I want to show off my body. And Seth's like, yeah, you have a really nice body. And he's like, I know, right?
I want to rub oil all over your big boy.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Oh, I haven't seen Bill Jordan in a while. What's up, Bill?
Yeah, Bill used to be a mainstay, but he's not anymore. We don't see Bill very often anymore.
Yeah, he's commented though. So
yeah,
Bill, man, nice to see you
back. He's a Michigan guy, right?
Yep.
I believe so.
Ooh, he says Seth knows what's up. He'll come on the podcast topless. Ooh.
From Seth's office. That's right.
I mean, relax, guy. You know what I mean? What's your boyfriend? Hey, what's your boyfriend gonna say about you coming on the podcast topless?
I'll be real pissed.
Yeah, that
Hey,
dude's
what's up with the screen?
he's still pissed.
What was this?
What happened to you?
There's like some weird double screen on my fucking thing. I don't know what it is. There, it went away. That was weird.
I have to see your entire face on my screen.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
kinda
you gotta
rough.
relax with all that big ass setup on this motherfucker, guy. You gotta chill out with that, man.
Look at you.
Listen, dude, like,
Listen, I have
Whoa,
some
Joe Pesci, no having hair, my cousin Vinny looking motherfucker. Go put that fucking can of tuna back on the fucking.
Can of tuna.
I'm waiting for you. I mean, is that it? Is that the end of your?
For right now.
Is that the? Because it wasn't good. Whatever you just tried to do right there, it wasn't good.
Hey, at least you gave it a shot.
Yeah, you
There
tried.
go.
You tried to do it, but it's not good.
Well, I failed this time. I'll succeed next.
Hey, that's all you can hope for, right? Give it your all. I'm in for it.
Right. It's not good. It's not good,
Fuck
dude.
the
You know, I got a
Pittsburgh
neck.
Steelers.
I got a neck. Can you see it?
Yeah, so do I, faggot.
Hey, listen, man. This is Pride Month. Relax, guy.
Hey, can't be just
Yeah,
dropping
I'm
that.
just showing.
The two youths.
I'm showing my support.
Exactly. Was there a joke in there somewhere? Because I was waiting for it. Like, I didn't feel like there was ever a joke in there anywhere.
Where are you taking the kids this summer, TJ? What's your top 3 places you want to go?
Ohio, Ohio.
So just somewhere in Ohio?
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. We haven't really discussed what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do something a bigger trip somewhere like extravagant. I think we're gonna go out west this winter.
Nice, man.
I think we're gonna
Go see
go
the
out
Grand
west
Canyon
somewhere.
or something?
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind going to the Grand Canyon. I wouldn't mind going to Sonora, in Arizona. The
You're gonna go to
the
Salt Lake
UFO,
City,
the UFO.
Utah?
Shut up, you fucking fat idiot. Me and Jacob like to call each other fat. It's fun. But anyways, I really want to get out west. I really do. I really want to get out west. So, and I think the kids really would like that. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, so I don't know. We'll see. But we're probably going to go to the Serpent Mound here in Ohio. Uriah really wants to go see that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to do a couple of things, man. Sounds like my family trip. My kids don't want to go to Cape Cod. I want to go to Cape Cod, so we go to Cape Cod.
Yeah.
I'm
live here or something?
I'm the type of person that we could like take a trip to McDonald's. I'm going to make the most out of it. That's just who I am as a person. You know what I mean? I don't really get all wrapped up in the place so much. It's more about who I'm with. You know what I mean? I don't care where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, but, the kids that, you hear about the Grand Canyon, it's closed, crazy weather, and not open. Really? Huh. I thought that was Yosemite, Yellowstone, but, whatever. Or, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I thought that was
Yosemite or
Yellowstone, too.
whatever the fuck it is.
Yosemite State Park.
Yeah, they were having something like, didn't some of the roads get destroyed or
Yeah,
something
the
happen?
main entrance into Yellowstone or Yosemite or whatever the fuck it's called. Why do I keep calling it Yellowstone? Isn't that a TV show? Or is it the same
that
thing?
is the TV show, but yeah, Yosemite's a place. I think Yellowstone's a place too.
But either way, whatever it is, the main entrance got the water washed
Pardon
it
me,
out.
he's just a stupid window cleaner.
Yeah.
Like my son calls
Hey,
me.
why don't you go do another steroid, guy?
Go get jacked.
Yeah, why don't you go get jacked somewhere?
Let me tell you something, brother.
Listen.
Listen, I've lived in weights.
Oh yeah.
She was showing me everything, and I was like, bummed that was my family trip for this year. Now, no. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that. I thought that was. I thought that was Yellowstone, or Yosemite, whatever it is.
Whatever the fuck it is, he can't get the shit right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean maybe there was something
because I seen that was on television where like it got broke, the road got washed out or something. It was really crazy, man. Yeah,
that was a couple weeks ago there. I mean maybe something happened at the Grand Canyon, but not that I've heard.
I don't know. But. Man, that would suck, dude. I mean, it's a big crack in the earth. How do you screw that up?
Yeah. Okay.
That's Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon.
I mean, they do like potentially get flooding and stuff in that area, so that could be it. But yeah, I don't know.
But it's a canyon and it's grand.
I'm also an idiot, so I don't know a lot of things. So.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, man, I don't know what it is with this. Like the end of my fingers, like I can't feel. She was telling me that stuff is just closed for the year. Well, you know, the aliens, bro. It'll probably cost you a couple grand in gas to get there anyways, dude.
Oh, I know. Trying to travel anywhere right now is like a nightmare. Like
Yellowstone is flooded. That's what Oh, Yellowstone, the show is dope. I mean, that's my favorite.
It is. It's really good.
Grand Canyon has some sort of outbreak, though. What the fuck are you guys talking about, man? Like, these guys are freaking me out, man. Now this guy says ancient aliens. What are you guys talking about?
They exist.
Oh, there's no... Dude, come on, man. The universe is giant and ever-expanding. How is there not other life out there? That's pretty fucking arrogant to think that we're the only...
think that there's not. Yeah.
It's immense. Just our universe is like something ridiculous in size.
It's like that fucking Roddy Piper movie where you put on sunglasses and you see their fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They Live. Don't you ever say that Roddy Piper movie. It's called They Live. Don't be disrespectful. Don't you ever disrespect Roddy Piper.
I wanted to see if you knew what the
I wanted to see a cheeseburger.
Take the dick out of your mouth and talk.
That's you. You're the one that can't talk, dude. Are you talking to yourself right there?
Talking to you. Fuck.
Yeah, season 4 was a little like they threw a lot in that season, but it was good. Anybody watch the newest season of Peaky Blinders?
No, I think it's the last. I can't watch that. I can't watch that. That's something only Still Pissed and Seth Byers watch, kid.
They watched together after they.
We should watch together.
He said They Live as a documentary. Yeah, dudes. I don't know, man. I put on the glasses that Squeegee.
I am almost out of bubble gum, so.
I am also almost out of bubble gum.
That's a great movie, dude. I haven't seen that in forever. I need to rewatch that.
They Live?
Watch it again.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
It's so good.
You remember back in the day? Do you guys remember back? Seth might. Well, you guys are probably too young. There might be a couple people that are watching this. You guys remember the miniseries V? Do you guys remember that? Does like all the old heads out there remember that? I remember as a kid, my mom making such a big deal out of that miniseries V.
Is that where they were all fucking like lizard people or some
like
shit?
It's like an alien invasion type miniseries on television. Man, that was years ago. Jeez, I'm getting old.
That. I remember watching as a kid. What's it? Fire in the Sky. Is that like that? Isn't that like people in Ohio or something? Like some guy got like struck by a UFO.
No, it was.
That was probably some Jehovah's Witness video.
Southwest. I think it was somewhere in Arizona.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I remember watching that as a kid and being like freaked out by it. I watched like 20 minutes and like ran in my room. I was like freaking out because I was like 7.
Well, you know they do you know that dude's taken several lie detector tests and he's never failed one?
Oh yeah,
Travis
yeah. Like
Walton,
I heard,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, some backstory on that. Again, I haven't rewatched that movie as a kid because it freaked me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd heard like they like couldn't prove that it didn't happen, which is even weirder.
Same thing with that Bob Lazar guy. That Bob Lazar guy's not failed a lie detector test either.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you don't think the government's not giving us all the information, you're out of your mind.
This is the weird part for me, is why all the disclosure already? Like recently, all the disclosure.
Yeah. Over the past couple, like even with just the past year, they've released a lot of information. Yeah. It's kind of freaky. Yeah. Like I'm not I enjoy conspiracy theories. I don't know if I believe a lot of them, but I enjoy the thought around it. But that's one that's like
super strange.
That's
right?
Gotta be real. Yeah, that's got to be real. Like
very strange.
Yeah.
I've oft wondered, like, what is the deal with all of this, all of a sudden everywhere disclosure about, like they don't know. I don't know what we don't know what it is, but there's these things. What? Now you guys are admitting that shit now? Like all of a sudden now we're admitting that? Okay.
Yeah, I think they
Wash boy, what up HD? How you doing, my man? Good to see you. I hope you're still busy as hell, man. What are you talking
boy.
About? Trust argument 1,000
What's up, boy?
So true.
He's mad at me.
Who is?
Wash boy. He doesn't talk to me anymore. After I asked him how you say gloves in Spanish, and he said guantes, and I said, "You guantes dick in your mouth?"
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he hasn't really said anything to me since.
Well,
the CIA created AIDS to sell quilts. What?
Yeah. He sent that to me randomly in a message the other day. I think it was yesterday.
Dude.
Oh, did you guys see the guy who says birds aren't real? That's like my favorite.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite one. Dude, that's my favorite one. They're all robots. You know what I mean? It's the best.
So good.
Well, they've expanded on the birds aren't real, and now it's just pigeons. Pigeons are the robots.
Birds aren't real. Did you know that pigeons die after they have sex? At least the one I fucked did, man.
Dude, I don't understand, man. We have 126 people watching this podcast. We have 19 people that have given us thumbs up. And this fucking goofball.
It's just over here talking about
doing like saying shit like that. I don't understand, dude. It's not a good first impression. Yeah, birds aren't robots, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys didn't know that or not, but they're not. Yeah. Welcome to the Window Cleaning Podcast, where we talk about everything except for window cleaning.
Well, if you have a question, feel free to ask.
Yeah, feel free to ask, or we're going to talk about how birds aren't real. You know what I mean? You got to ask questions.
Question. Then we're going to talk about how pigeons are CIA plants, and all the cameras they have in major cities. Don't worry about those things. Just the pigeon. What's going to get you?
I think we have 23 people watching, and there's a glitch, and it's saying it's 123.
If you join the Squeegee Life Patreon, you get cool shirts like this.
That is a cool shirt, man.
I love this shirt.
There's a glitch in the Matrix right now. Maybe it's because we talked about birds not being real. People are
because we have 20 likes and 120 people watching. I feel like that's a little weird.
It feels strange. It was weird when it was like 85, 86, and then it was like 123 people.
Yeah, it started. Well, I mean, maybe there are. I mean, I don't know. I shared it on the Squeegee Life page, the actual Facebook page, which I never do. Maybe that's the difference.
It could be, you know what I mean?
And it's Thursday. That's different too. So
I shared it to the 10 window cleaning groups I'm in, which is never,
I have to come on here and talk. Typing sucks, bird balls. The feds are now watching. Hey man, I've tried to get you on the podcast, dude, but you don't want to. You're scary as fuck. I'm too busy lifting weights to be here today.
I'm busy. He's got like 6 kids, so. But yeah, I mean, dude, just open up your laptop.
That's because he's so good looking, and he's got such a hard body that she won't stay away from him. You know what I mean?
You know what today is? It's leg day.
Maybe we'll come back in August on Thursday nights instead.
I mean, I don't mind mixing it up a little bit.
You leave Mike talk to Mark and see if it's okay with Mark.
No, he has to. I mean, you need to make sure it's okay with Kate.
Man,
Marco,
you are really
cheap shot.
setting yourself up. You're really setting yourself
That was
up for
my one
failure,
cheap
dude.
shot. That was my. Oh, dude, come on. He's
No, I'm
gross.
talking about Jacob. Just said he might have to check with Kate first. So I was like, Jacob's really testing the waters, man.
Jacob's gonna get his ass kicked.
I
really
like to
stump,
watch it live.
If
If I stump, he's gonna kick me in the shin.
Stumple, I wouldn't want that guy grabbing me. Like, if he's smaller, but his arms are like the size of his legs.
Listen, man, all you gotta do is stick your left arm out, put it on his forehead, and just fucking drill him, because he can't hit you. You know what I mean? Dude,
I heard they're gonna remake the Popeye movie and cast Mark Tanner as Popeye.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to get him. They're gonna have to get him those block boots. You know the block boots that the guys wear. What they got one leg shorter than the other. It's got that big rubber stopper on it. You're gonna get.
Yep.
he gonna have to find dude. He gonna have to find a dude. He got to find two dudes. One with one leg, a left leg too short, and another guy with a right leg too short. So he's got a matching set.
Or you could be like those kids from like when the Little Rascals came in with like one guy on top of the other with a big trench coat. Hello.
Mark on the top and Philip Alexander underneath her, like one. With our powers combined, we are a full-grown man.
They're 6 foot.
They're still 5'11".
Can you do this with your pole?
They're still under 6 foot, even when they're one sitting on the other shoulders.
Why do I hear metal clanging together and it's Philip banging two hammers together?
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Oh my god, that's fucking we're the worst. That's what Mark gets for not showing up.
Form of a full-size man.
But yeah, man, I don't know, dudes. You know? I think there's a good possibility that birds aren't real, dudes. I think so. I think they're all robotic.
Yeah, back in the 60s, they killed all the birds off and then just put robot birds out there.
Dr. Robotnik is real.
I cannot get into my fucking... Ugh. I'm having computer difficulties. I cannot get into
I took my hammers.
I can't get into my...
You need your hammers, Jacob.
I took my props.
I pooped on my dashboard.
What are you, like the guy who smashes the watermelons, like that comedian? That's you with your
Gallagher?
Yeah.
Gallagher.
You're definitely Gallagher, dude. You're the Gallagher of this podcast.
You're like the Gallagher of this podcast if the Gallagher of this podcast ate Gallagher.
That was good. I get you. He still has like his arm hanging out of his mouth.
He's got the one-armed smash watermelons with. Well, maybe the numbers are real. We went from 120 down to 67, so maybe we did. I don't know. Maybe we did.
They didn't enjoy that Gallagher joke. That's, I think, what happened.
Yeah, that was a shitty joke, man.
I know.
Work on your fucking material and come back. You fucking.
Well, this is a comedy podcast. So.
Well, if Seth laughs, then it's funny.
Seth will laugh at anything.
That's not true.
Seth wakes up every morning and looks between his legs and fucking laughs.
That's a weak ass joke right lame. There. That is soft. That's just not good, dude.
And a rope is a rope.
Yeah.
And there's that.
And there's that thing you just tried to do there, and it's just not working, dude.
I mean, hey, when you give a good one, I laugh. So you should take it as a compliment. I'm not being a false friend. When you tell shitty ass jokes, I go boo, boo, bad joke. And then
I need a guest for next week's show.
Who wants to come on next week?
Who wants to come on next week's show? Because Mark's definitely not going to be here. Again.
Email asksqueegee@yahoo.com.
No, or you could just hit me up privately on Facebook or...
No, we need to follow the protocol. It's if you want to be on the show...
It's not Yahoo, it's Gmail, you cunt.
Motherfucker, you told me it was Yahoo before.
Never told you that. It's always been...
Yes, you did.
Maybe back like 2 years ago.
Well, then you never told me it changed.
You know what? It changed. It changed.
I've been sending shit to that email. No wonder why you don't fucking reply.
Are you serious?
No.
He does.
Can you be less of a twat? Like, is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible for you to be less of a twat? I mean, I'm just wondering.
How am I?
How do you live in Florida and look like Casper the Friendly Ghost? Can you tell me that?
There's a motherfucker. I'm tan.
You look like Casper the Friendly Ghost if Casper the Friendly Ghost ain't Casper the Friendly Ghost.
He turns to white flower. He's like, I'm tan.
I'm tan. Let me turn off my light. See, look, I'm tan now.
I fucking hate you.
Yes!
There you go, Jacob. There's the spirit. Come.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Well, we held over 100 people for an hour. Now we're down to 15.
Now we're back down to planet Earth.
Now we're back down to planet Earth.
Oh, cool. We can go talk about birds not being real. I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, guys, but...
That was interesting, to say the least. But I enjoyed it. Well, maybe people got, an hour attention span is pretty good. You know what I mean? I'll give that.
Say that again?
I said people having an hour attention span for, 120 people watching for about an hour. That's pretty good.
I feel like, yeah.
Either that or the algorithm heard Jacob's unfunny jokes.
Yeah, that really dicked us. That joke really dicked us.
Dicked yourself.
Jacob brought them all in with Sharon.
And then ran them all off with that weak ass, like back-to-back weak jokes, man. Like,
that's what happened.
You are like weak sauce with jokes if weak sauce with jokes ate weak sauce with jokes. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna start your own Christian podcast? Hi.
I'm gonna be like that other guy.
And you'll be talking to one guy. Hi, Ron Bill. Fucking goof. Look, it's the Three Stooges. I'm never watching this show again. That's it. I'm never watching Seth. I just can't do it. Seth's disrespecting the faith, and I can't. My religious opinion doesn't agree with his. And we're just, I'm never watching. And then a comment on every fucking episode of the podcast since. It's like,
imagine being that soft that your faith is questioned by some fucking idiot on a podcast.
Yeah, dude. Like that's what I don't get.
Do you actually have faith?
I don't. That's what I've never really understood that. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, like my opinions vary. They're like assholes. Everyone's got one. So it's like, why?
I've never got.
Yeah. Why deprive yourself of some quality entertainment just because of someone's personal view on religion or sex or any of that shit? That's stupid as shit, man.
I hang out with people that are atheists. I hang with people who love God. I'm like, cool, dude. Like whatever you're into, I'm about it. Like it's your personal opinion. But I'm like, if your faith is questioned that hard by me having an opinion, like, do you actually have faith?
Yeah.
Like, is that in you, or are you on the edge, sir? Like, are you questioning your own life?
I see dudes drive. Dude, there's so many people driving around with "fuck Joe Biden" flags on their trucks, and I don't mean when I say flag, I'm talking like flags, like 3x5 fucking like flags, like fuck, with giant "fuck you" fingers and shit. It's like, Jesus. This country, I don't think we as Americans, for the most part, I know we say a lot of shit on here, and a lot of people are like, yeah, this, and we're screwed and all this stuff. I don't think people realize how close we are to things becoming very, very, very unfortunate for everyone. Whether you have money or you don't have money, I think we are so close to like civil unrest and hard times. Like the bubble is gonna burst eventually. You know what I mean? It's gonna Richie's doing really well, man. Richie lives in Pennsylvania now. Richie's making silencers and grackles and really Maker Products is really doing really well. Richie's doing good, man. I'd love to get Richie on the show, but trying to get that dude to commit to anything that has to do with this podcast is like, it's never going to happen. The dude is just way too either cool or busy to hang out with us anymore. We did our level best for 2 years to get his products and his brand and his ideas on the map, and then once he got popular, he just said, fuck us. That's the way I feel about it.
Fuck TJ.
There was no problem getting him on the podcast when he was trying to, make it big. You know what I'm saying? But, now that he's made it big, he's too big for the show now. So
it's too big for his britches.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see that Joe Biden video I sent you guys on TikTok with like Uncle Rico throwing a football and he falls off the bike, dude? I watched that like 15 times. I laughed wicked hard at that.
But it's
wicked hot.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how close we are to shit not being cool, man.
I mean, yeah, we're on the edge.
We're right on the cusp of something. Like it's gonna take. And this is the thing. It's one bad deal happening, like a solar storm. A hurricane. A tornado outbreak. Something, a national tragedy of some sort to just topple it all over. Aliens showing up on the White House front yard, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, we're just one little thing away. I mean, and the way this administration is going, good Lord, you know what I mean? Oof. It could be easily not, it could be real bad for everybody. You're just one little thing.
TJ, have you ever read that book, The Fourth Turning?
Huh?
It's about the fourth turning. Have you ever read that book?
No.
Really interesting book written in like the mid-90s about how American history is like on an 80-year cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And that every 20 years it's a different, if you go back, it's like you have a great generation, then you have someone who kind of like doesn't really add much to it, then you have like the disappearing generation, then you have the fourth generation that has some apocalyptic or end of the world type thing that happens. And it's a really interesting read. It's kind of cool, and it's reading it now and reading it from like when it was written, it's like it's pretty dead on with like its predictions and prophecies and like all that stuff. Cool book.
Well, you'll have to send me on Voxer the title of that.
Yeah,
I've got off the podcast. I was really listening to a lot of podcasts for a long time, and then I just recently started this year I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I'm almost finished with the first conspiracy about it's about that Brad Meltzer dude. He had that TV show on History there for a little while, Decoded. But it's about there was a plot to kill George Washington back in the day, like during the Revolutionary War. There was a plot to try to kill him, like a big conspiracy to have George Washington. Could you imagine what this country would be right now if George Washington had died?
Yeah, they're so talented.
I mean, we were going. The Americans essentially were going up against the world's superpower. You know what I mean? England was the most dominant military force on the face of the earth. I mean, they had the best navy, the most fucking soldiers. I mean, they were not to be fucked with. And then they started dicking around over here, and they got their asses handed to them. But that's neither here nor there.
Fuck those red coats.
Yeah. I am prepping for what may happen. Nothing crazy. I do the same prep for hurricane season in case I don't have power for 2 weeks after a storm here in Florida. Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you, I try to keep the pantry with food in it. You know what I mean? Try to keep food in the pantry. But I say after the 4th, I'm going to double down on my efforts. You know what I mean? Just in case. I have a feeling there's a chance. August, September, I feel like there's a good chance around that time. The closer we get to this next election, I think something... Because this fucking goofball's already on TV talking about there's going to be another pandemic. Oh, let me guess. Right in November, during the congressional election, that's when it's going to happen, right? Is that when it's going to happen? Because it feels like that's when it's going to happen.
it's there's definitely gonna be. I think this recession is gonna be different in a different like. I feel like the service industry on this one occasion may be okay because there's just not enough after this pandemic. There's just not enough companies going around taking care of it, and it's going to be a high commodity. But your money's going to be a lot less valuable. Your home property is going to be a lot less, and then just paying for basic needs.
That's why. That's why if anyone is goofy enough that owns a home right now and tries to refinance it or whatever because your house is worth so much more right now, don't do it. No. Don't do it.
The only thing I'm considering is a whole house generator because when this, I feel like our energy system is on a verge of rolling blackouts, issues like that, and I don't know. Handling some stuff.
Katie, I got a buddy that's like he's a super prepper dude too, but I'm gonna tell you this. This is the way I look at this, guys. And you guys can say that I'm wrong or whatever, and that's fine, but anything over 30 days worth of food or water is pointless. Because after 30 days, if you're not on if shit takes a turn for the worst, after a month of sitting in one spot, you're probably not going to last very long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to have to find another way to be self-sufficient after 30 days because it's going to get to the point where most people are not even prepared. Most people fucking eat McDonald's every day for dinner. You know what I mean? And if something happens and they can't go to get McDonald's, within 2 weeks they'll be fucking eating each other, dude. It'll be it'll be The Walking Dead because half these people, if you can't microwave it, they can't do it.
It's just going to be like, what's that movie where there's a plane crash, like in the fucking winter?
And they Alive.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that, soccer team.
Yeah, after a while, after about 30 days, man, shit's just changing, man. You know what I mean? You're going to be eating dogs and cats and shit, you know what I mean? So, if you don't know how to hunt or fish or forage in any ways whatsoever, having all the ammunition in the world ain't going to help you, man, because there's only so many fucking people you can shoot at once. And when they want your shit, they going to take your shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you know, 30 days is a long time. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's why I said after about 30 days, you know, you should be, like, after week 2, you should already be fucking trying to figure out ways of how am I going to feed my family. You should already be foraging then. You know what I mean? Because, again, I think if you don't stay mobile or be able to be mobile, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Honestly, because if you think you're going to turn your house into a fortress, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work because your neighbor's going to fucking get hungry and then his kids are going to start crying because they ain't had nothing to eat and then he's going to want to come take your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, and then once you raise a ruckus, people are like, what's going on in that guy's house that he's got to be shooting people like that out in the front yard? You know what I mean? He must have some cool shit. Let's try to get it. I'm going to try to keep it sleek and mobile. You know what I mean?
I just ultimately just shoot everybody right off the jump.
Yeah, that's what exactly. Hordes of people would just be going to house, you know what I mean? So, and they're going to take what they want. But, you know, I'm prepared to stop a few people from doing things they want to do that I don't want them to do. But, you know, the barrel gets hot after a while.
I think it also depends on where you live, what your community's like, if you have, like, strong... Yeah. I honestly feel like farming communities would handle this probably the best if we were to go.
Well, to be honest, Katie, I think that's the only thing really that, you know, will get this country back on the right track is something that's going to bring us together. I don't want to see another 9/11 or anything like that to happen, but the division in this country is just unbelievable. And this is the thing. I don't think this administration was ready for was how quick you start fucking with people's money. That's going to bring people together pretty quickly. You know what I mean? That's very fast. Very fast.
Well, exactly. I mean, you've seen the... I mean, I hate to bring it up, but like you see the libertarian movement is moving throughout all races, all. You're seeing a huge population of people going like, I don't like what's going on over here, and I don't maybe agree with everything that's going on over here. So, but I mean,
yeah.
If you can start forming people that way, like one party is really
people.
Fucking some stuff
Yeah, dude. There's little to no question that things are not going well right now. Like this is without it. There's no there's no scenario where this turns out to be like a good situation for the country. It's just not. I don't believe that he was elected fairly to begin with, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I think there's something off with the whole thing, but I am forced to move. My landlord sold his house. They made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and he told me 60 days I have to move. He's going to move in this condo, and I have to find a new place to live. Shit, man. Sorry to hear that, bro.
And now's a hard time to be finding, living arrangements, man.
Yeah, shit.
It's not great out there.
Yeah,
man, it's going to be tough. I do think we're more resilient than people give us credit for as a people. I'm hopeful that just like any of the other horrible things that have happened here, that maybe people will come together and figure it out.
Right.
I guess I just hope for that. I don't know. Bullshit going on.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, it's not. You're not being a downer. That's a very realistic thing to worry about. Honestly, the future of this industry in general. At least, I wouldn't say long term, but short term, it could have a very drastic effect on the service industry, without question. The last thing people care about when times get tough is how shit looks. But there is, like, businesses, like commercial work, may be affected very adversely. But in my experience, even in 2008, the people that employ me to do things for them are always gonna, because they're it's the same people every time, just about. I mean, there's the rarities here and there. They're like, I just really want my windows cleaned. Can you come do this? And they're a person just like you or me. Most people that have their windows cleaned residentially got money anyways. And they're probably not going to feel the squeeze anyways. You know what I mean? They're just going to not go to fucking Cancun 3 times this year. You know what I mean? They're going to only go once. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're going to get the fat trimmed, but there's still going to be, some stuff there for you. Like if we made through 2008, that was a rough one.
Yeah.
I was not. Man, that thing went to like 2014, really.
Yeah.
Before it kind of started coming back.
Right.
And it was fucking rough, man.
Yeah, if we could get it through, the only thing, the way it could be worse than 2008 is if we're talking Great Depression breadline shit. Then I could see, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say we're too big to fail, but we almost are. You know what I mean? It's going to take something outside of money-wise to adversely affect the economy in a way to where people are standing on breadlines again. You know what I mean? That's we really have to be, something has to be super duper fucked up in order for something like that to happen. I feel like as a civilization have come way beyond that, but I mean, there's a lot of strange shit going on in the world today. You know what I mean? Food processing plants burning down, fucking cows dying. Like, there's a whole bunch of fucking weird shit going on right now. Super weird shit. The Euphrates is drying up. If you're a Bible person, you might know what I'm talking about and why that's weird, that the Euphrates is drying up. If you're a Bible thumper, you may know what I'm talking about. The Euphrates River.
Yeah.
And it going dry, what that's supposed to signify.
Yeah. End of times.
Yeah, the end of time. I mean, isn't that where they what do you want to call all the fallen angels? Isn't that where they're supposed to be all trapped underneath the Euphrates or some shit like that?
Ooh, I don't know that one. I'd never heard that, but maybe, yeah, that could be. I had always heard that, like, severe drought. I mean, it's so like Nostradamus-y, like where it's like so vague that like anything could really be like droughts and plagues. I'm like, well, that happens every freaking day. Like, I'm not sure.
Hot as fuck here. It's summer just started. Yeah, same here. I'm in Ohio. We've had 2 days in the 100 degrees already, and that's not normal. Yeah, that's not normal. This is the hottest June I can remember. Like, it wasn't but a year or two ago, it was fucking snowing May 31st. You know what I mean? I just shared a memory on Facebook of me standing out there doing the job I'm doing right now. And fucking a coat and a Carhartt because it's snowing. And now, things are weird, man. It's all these gas cars, man, were affecting the ozone layer and shit.
Well, I was reading, they did a TED Talk, and so I was like reading the article, and then I watched the TED Talk about how electric cars really cause a bigger carbon footprint than gasoline cars because of the amount of like drilling and all the diesel trucks they have to use. And
all the shit they have to use to mine the ore to get those batteries. Yeah. It's not even comparable. It's ridiculous.
Well, they also like started at zero instead of starting at really what the carbon footprint really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what it takes to make one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
not to mention, like, how do you charge those cars? You fucking goofballs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, you know, like you can't just flip the switch to electricity overnight. They're doing this shit all ass backwards. You know what I mean? You can't afford gas, buy an electric car. Like, these people are fucking idiots, you know? If you want to make revolutionary change, you need to start from the top down, not from the bottom up. You know what I mean? You're putting the cart before the horse. You've got all these electric cars, but the way we generate energy is still archaic as fuck. So, like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's how we do everything. I mean, I guess I see.
And now all the electric that everyone's going to be. Then our power grid is already not worth the shit to begin with.
Yeah, we're just not set up for it. But it's crazy. We just need to become more energy dependent on the fossil fuels we already have. I mean, our planet's already cleaner now than it was 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's all bullshit. When they're like, oh, well, you know, the ozone layer, what happened to that? Oh, it repaired itself. Oh, that's interesting. Or maybe you guys were full of fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I heard when I was a kid. Oh, there's going to be a huge tear in the ozone layer, and we're going to burn. Yeah. And now it's fixed itself. Which is nuts.
Jacob, I mean, are you done?
No, man, I'm good.
Then, like, why don't you say something? Why don't you add to the conversation? Mark's not on you still ain't saying shit.
I have nothing to say.
Why not?
I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion, and those are the two past things you're talking about.
Oh, I did not know that about you.
All right, you're out on politics and religion.
Politics, I mean, you know, some people have their things, you know what I mean? Like, Mark's like, sports, ew. So I get it.
His eyes glaze over and he just stares at the ceiling. Then you start talking about engine specifics, and he's like, oh, well, did you know? And then my eyes glaze over because I'm like, dude, if it's
strong like bull.
It's not running, I don't know what the fuck happened. So,
right.
That's
well, guys, I just want to tell everybody I appreciate you all hanging out with us on a Thursday night. We're going to call it. I mean, it's been an hour and a half. We said we'd do an hour, but it's been an hour and a half. We're gonna call it. I want to thank everybody, all the sponsors: Black Diamond, Squeegee Rubber, Maker Products, American Window Cleaner Magazine, Zero, WindowCleaner.com. Who else am I forgetting, Jacob? Am I forgetting anybody?
Start Smart Box.
I thought I said Start Smart Box like second. I thought.
Right.
I thought you did too.
I could be wrong about that, but without a doubt, all of the people over there at the www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life. Thank everybody. Thank you. Even Jacob is a member of the show and still a hard body karate member. That's how cool Jacob actually really is, even though he's a fucking fat bitch.
Yeah.
If you guys, this is the thing, Jacob gets on here and plays sweet and innocent and drops a little bit of venom here and there, but Jacob is a fucking asshole off of this. He's a total fucking dickhead. Just like we are. He is as bad, if not worse than us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'll do...
Yeah.
Hey TJ, can you? Oh yes, I'll do that. I'll do that right now, man. My bad. I know I was supposed to say that. I was supposed to do that before last week and I didn't. I'll do that right now.
Yeah,
But,
remember Mr. Awesome Guy is your friend now.
yeah, we have a
Connection.
we have a Discord. We have a private Discord just for Patreon members. So, is he a fat bitch? You ate the fat bitch.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Jason M. He's not saying that. You're not seeing that.
I see it now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the chat was on top chat instead of on live chat.
Yeah, I'll put a link on the Patreon tonight. As soon as I get off here, that's the first thing I'll do. But yeah, man, we'll be back next week, man.
Maybe.
Nah. We'll be back next week. Maybe Marco will join the podcast. Don't get your hopes up, but he might. But we'll see you guys next week. We really appreciate everybody coming on, man, and having fun with us tonight and taking the time to hang out with us. The show wouldn't be shit without you guys, so we appreciate y'all, and hey, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay.